We're now going to continue you back to your normal broadcasting station. Today's episode is Minecraft. That's right. Blocks, picks, squares, cubes, shovels, axes, and, well, pretty much anything else that's a square. Hello YouTube, this is MC for PC today. Um, well, guess what we're gonna do? Well, last video I did was on a portable server. Well, I promised you guys I would make another video showing you guys how to properly set up a server if you don't know how already. And also included towards the end of this video, I will also show you how to do basic port forwarding. Now this is going to be kind of internet service provider specific to your style of router. Like if you have a Linksys router, or in my case I use Frontier for internet, so they use Westel routers. Or sorry, modem slash router, because mine is a combination. So I will show you guys how to do that in the later portion of this video. Okay, let's go. First thing, right off the bat, don't want Internet Explorer, I want Safari. As you can tell, I have a EVGA graphics card. I'd show you my other screen, but that's got all my gadgets and a whole bunch of different things running, so that's kind of my background screen. You guys don't get to see that. Let's go to... gotta go to MineCraft.net, and we're gonna download the server files. Let's go to download. Now there's two ways to do this, and I can show you both ways, if you guys would like. Yeah, I can show you both ways in this video. So you're going to want, for a Windows-based computer, you're going to want the Minecraft server.exe. You're going to want to click Save. Downloads. Let's go create a new folder. Minecraft things. I want to save it into there. You're going to want to get the Minecraft server.jar. Now, you only need one. You're going to want to either get Minecraft server.exe or the Minecraft server.jar. Now, it doesn't really matter in the end which one you get, but I use the server.jar personally. I do have a Windows-based computer, but the .jar is OS X compatible. I don't know so much about Linux. Not so sure about that. I don't do anything with Linux, but I just know it's OS X compatible. What's nice about it on Windows is with the Java environment, you can actually give it more than a couple 50 megs or couple 500 megs, or how many ever megs are standard allotted to it for RAM. You can give it up to 1 gigabyte of RAM on a 32-bit operating system, or you can give it more than that if you have a 64-bit operating system with a 64-bit Java installation. You can give it as much as you truly want. Depending on how much RAM you have, I mean, you still should leave, I'd say, 3-4 gigabytes open for OS and other programs. I truly wouldn't give it more than 2 gigs, I mean, if you're just doing a local server. But I'll show you guys how to set that up. So let's go save. Minecraft things, save. Okay, they both saved. And it shows up as the book with a belt around it because I do have WinRAR installed. So, yeah, that's the only two things you guys need to download. Close it out, and I'll show you new folder. Test server 1, and then I'll do copy, paste. I'm just doing it the easy way, guys. So, test server 2. Let's go to my downloads, Minecraft things. Test server 1 is going to get the exe. Test server 2 is going to get the jar. There. Test server 2 got the jar. Close. Okay, now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to open up test server 1. You're going to want to do Minecraft server.exe. Just double click it. And you can uncheck that. It's just saying, hey, I don't know what this file does. Are you sure you want to run it? Just uncheck it and hit run. Now, just it's going to open up this, and it's going to say failed. That's fine. That's good. Essentially what that does is it means it didn't find any of its files. So now it created them, which is what those are all the files it needs to run. And it actually spawned a world already. So we can just go down there and hit stop. Saving chunks. Okay. Now you're going to want to go to server.properties. Sorry guys, it opened up in my other window. Alright, so in the server.properties, that's cool. You can just mess around with it. Allow nether, true, level name, whatever. Although when you do change the level name, if there is not a folder with that name in it already, it's going to create and spawn a whole new world with that folder name. Enable query false, allow flight, true or false, that's for mods. Um, Server default port. This is default Minecraft port. For this video tutorial, I'm going to have to use 255.6.8 due to the fact that I already have servers running on 6.5, 6.6, 6.7. And the last one I have open without, well, you know, I can show you guys 6.9 because then I'll show you guys how to go through and set up port forwarding with 6.9. But defaultly, you would just use 6.5, leave it blank. But if you do change this, the 6.5, 255.6.5 port number, you do have to go through and set it up. When you do your port forwarding, you have to make sure that your external or outgoing IP address has the colon 2556 whatever port number you change that to. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to connect. You're going to have connectivity issues. I'll show you all that in a later portion of this video. But for this instance, like I said, I'm going to have to use 6.9. Because I can show you how to set it up. Server IP. Now, I'll show you guys how to get to this. If you have a Windows 7 or Vista-based computer, you can just go into the start and type in CMD. Otherwise, people who have XP based, you're gonna want to hit the start, and then you're gonna have the run option, and then just type in CMD. And then once you have a command prompt window open, you're gonna type IP config as in one word. You know, scroll up a little bit. Then this one, IPv4 address is the one you're gonna be using. 192.168.1.15. That's what the server IP is. 192.168.1.15. Max build height, you can go through and adjust with all these settings. Spawn NPCs, whitelist, spawn animals, snooper. I'm actually gonna turn that off. That's just so it'll secretly send. Well, not secretly. It sends information back to the Minecraft.net servers saying, okay, these are some of the machine specs that these people are running on to help them kind of understand if the majority of the people have really high quality machines or have really poor quality machines, telling them how to mess with their graphics and so on. If otherwise, not that they make it such a high resolution, everybody needs to go and get a better graphics card or something like that. They want to make sure it's still, everything they do is still usable for a good 90% of their users. You can actually do a server texture pack. Online mode true. I'm actually going to turn that into false. So, and what this does is basically goes through and checks to see if whoever logs in has a legitimate Minecraft.net account. And if you don't, and it's set to true, it's not going to let you play with, I don't know if you're familiar with the Minecraft SP client. If this is set to true, it will not work. But if you use Minecraft XP client and you use false, it will connect and go through. PvP, player versus player, difficulty, no, difficulty 0 would be creative mode. Difficulty, sorry about that guys, I was interrupted. As I was saying, difficulty mode 0 would be creative mode, difficulty mode 1 is standard survival, difficulty mode 2 is adventure. And the difference between adventure and survival is adventure, you can't destroy blocks. So just giving you guys that heads up. Max player count, for a simple server like this, I'm just going to do like 8. Spawn monsters, true. Generate structures, true. View distance, 10. MOTD, test server 1. I'll show you guys where that comes into play. That's their properties. You can save that. Now, let's go to Minecraft underscore server. Run it. And see, starting Minecraft server on, and then the port. And everything's set up. But you can connect to it alone. See, if I open up my Minecraft, I log in, I will be able to connect to it. But nobody else will. So that's kind of like the kickback. You direct connect 92.168.1.15 colon 25569. See, I logged in. Ooh, spawned right in the ocean. Well, now that's a weird chunk. You guys see that on the mini map? Look at that. It's like a big old square chunk coming out of there. This map had severe chunk errors when it loaded. Holy crap. I'll just go into creative mode. Oh. See, that'll say if you're not opt. You're going to want to opt yourself, and to do that, you're going to want to go in the server console, type type op space, and then if you're the only current player online, which should be you because, well, you didn't set up port forwarding yet, you're going to want to go opt Carl 909 in my case, and it says opt. So it says server opt Carl 909, so that means you're opt because you now see all the console commands. So now we can do creative mode, and now you can fly. Or spawn items with too many items, or just however you would like to do that. Oh wow, this definitely had issues when it loaded, holy crap. Sand load error, I'd say. But either way, you guys get the point. So it works. And actually the easiest way to stop a server is, even if you're already in-game, you can just do type /stop, and it will close down the server. And it just saves you from having to go through and close it through the console, but I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. Although I wish they would add a restart command, so it would shut down the server without closing the console and just turn it back on, and clear the console log. But they don't yet, so. Well, I showed you guys how to set up the standard server. I'll do port forwarding after I show you guys how to set up my test server too. Go on to, and before you want to do this, you're going to want to create a batch file in order to run it. So let's go to, sorry, I didn't want a folder. Delete the folder. Yes. New. You're going to want to do text document and name it start, or you can name it whatever. The name doesn't matter as long as you name it .bat file. Yes, and another way to name it a start.batch or a batch file, or .bat extension, and you don't have the file extension showing, would be just to create a text document and just call it whatever again, start.text. And you're not going to see the .text, so you're just going to see start. And type in at echo off, it has to be like this, enter. And now back on the Minecraft.net webpage. I know I'm loading it back into IE9, but it says this. You're going to want to start and download, or start and use this run command in order to start the server.jar. So just copy everything from before Java to the end of jar. So I want to copy that. You can close that web page. You just want to hit paste. And that's all you guys have to do. And then it will default start with 10,024 megabytes of server RAM, or also 1 gigabyte of server RAM. So that's just that. Now you're going to want to go to File, Save As. In order to get it into a batch file, and you couldn't do it the original way, you're going to do All Files, and then .bat. Save. And close that out. And now you have the start batch file. You can delete the start.txt. Then right click and click Edit, and just make sure everything looks good. You can close it. And there you go. You have your start batch file. Now if I double click this, it'll start, in the background it'll start a command or CMD window, but it will also open the Java window or the server console. And again, you can go through and stop it. Now I created all the files, saving chunks. Now just go through and oh, they're closed. And I can go through and edit the server.properties just like I showed you in the last one. I'm not going to go through it again for the point of time concept. But now that we have simple server set up and both types of servers, although one thing I do have to go through and change server.properties. I'm not going to go through and change everything like I did last time. I'm just going to change the port. Save and close that all out for now. Now, we're going to have to go back to a CMD window, command prompt window. This showed you how to open it before. You want to go back to ipconfig. Now, you're going to want to scroll up under Ethernet or wireless adapter, whatever it may say. Wherever you found your IPv4 address, where it says default gateway, and then it's going to be very similar to your IPv4 address. Very similar to it. The only thing that should change is the last digit, or last couple of digits. So like everything's the same after the 1 in my 192.168.1 case. The only thing after that changes after the 1. Now you're going to want to copy 192.168.1.2 into your web browser of choice. In this case, I'm just using IE9 just for shits and giggles. 192.168.1.2. Enter. Now this is going to bring her into your router web page. Now mine, straight off the bat, does not require a login. I mean, it will eventually, but not immediately. Most do require one immediately. For the login credentials, unless they were changed, standard, you can Google them if this doesn't work, but it should be admin, and the password should be password. Now it might be administrator password, or it might just be for username, it might just be administrator, and for password, password, or admin for username, and admin is password, administrator, administrator. You should be able to Google it and find out what the defaults are, and it's pretty much all out there. Now mine, because it's Westall Router, was admin password, but of course I did change that. As you can see, these are just my devices connected. Now there's two things on this page that you're going to have to look at. Number one is, let's go to, for me it's in firewall settings and then port forwarding. For you might just be game settings, or it might just be a port forwarding tab. Anyway, you want to find where it says port forwarding. In this case it asks me, do you want to proceed? I hit yes. I'm going to want to hit add. And then you're going to, if it asks to create a rule or service, you're going to hit create. And then you can name it whatever. In this case, I'm going to do MC test. You're going to want to do port forwarding, and for protocol, you're going to want TCP and UDP, so you want to click both, or TCP/UDP. And if it doesn't give you that option, you have to create two of them, one with TCP and one with UDP. Global port start is 2556. Normally, this would be 65 if you're doing default, but I had to change mine, so it's 25569. Global endport 25569, and that's for the global port range. Now you're going to want to do base, so this is whatever you're going to be using in your local, so this is going to be the same as the first two, 25569. You want to hit apply. And this is where it asks you for username. In this case, I can just drag it over to my other window so you guys don't see what it is. And then it's, I logged in, see, okay, it added the service, you want to hit close. That's just the service. Now you have to go through, select the service. In this case, it's under custom defined services. I'm going to do MC test, and I want to host. And I want to host it on Ben PC1, and then it automatically brings up my IP address. I want to hit apply. Now it'll show new port forwarding rule. It's applying the rule. Rule applied. Close. And now in this case, I want to go back to your main page. Then you want to see this number right here, the one that I'm actually probably going to be blurring out. In this case, mine is a 50105, and then a point 3 digit, point 3 more digits. So basically it's a 2-digit, 3-digit, 3-digit, 3-digit number. Now it could be 333, and it could have a 4-digit number in there. It depends on your country of origin and your location of that country. So that's as much as I'm probably going to blur this big whole chunk of stuff out on you guys, but like I said, it says IP address, and that's going to have a bigger number than your IPv4. This should be a lot larger. Like I said, if you're in America, it should be like 3-digit, point 3-digit, point 3-digit. So, you're going to want to, that's what everybody else is going to need to type into their Minecraft. In this case, they're going to want to type in, oh crap, didn't want that. In this case, they're going to type in my 2-digit, point 3-digit, point 3-digit, point 3-digit, colon 25569, and they would be able to connect to my base server. So, with that all set up, now you guys have port forwarding. I can close this page. Oh, that's just my command prompt window. Now if I start this, if I use start.bat, now with everything set up, now everybody else can connect. Now for demonstration purposes of this video, I'm not going to be able to have anybody else connect due to time. But other than that, guys, that's how you do basic Minecraft port forwarding with a Westtel based router. And that's showing you both types of Minecraft servers. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful. Please rate, comment if you'd like, subscribe. And that's as much as I can say for today. Talk to you guys later, and hey, thank you for watching for the MC for PC team. Talk to you guys later. MC for PC, signing off.